by Accent Radio. So today we have brought to you another very interesting topic, and the topic is harnessing the business opportunities in the real estate sector. Topic again is harnessing the business opportunities in the real estate sector. Now, we usually begin by telling a very little story, so today we're going to begin again. So today we have Ms. Adetutu Osage, who just graduated from microbiology department in the university. She graduated with a very good grade, and she has heard from her older friends who have been making huge profits from the real estate sector. Now, because of her academic background, she is wondering if there is a place for her in this real estate sector. Is it that, okay, despite my academic background, which is science, is there a place for me in the real estate sector? That is what we'll try to understand today, to let her know that there is a place for her in the real estate sector by digesting different opportunities that are open to her. She may not be able to go into certain areas because she is not skilled or learning that particular field, but then there is an area that she can always fit into, because at least she can read, she can write, and she can direct persons to different places. Now, real estate sector is that very booming sector that encourages everyone to make profit, to be profitable to himself and to the society in general. Now, some persons may say, okay, because I do not have certain skills, just like Ms. Adetutu that we have talked about today, how can I make profit from this business, which many other persons have profited from? So there is this big opportunity. Real estate is such a big platform that whatever skill you have at home, either you have certain skills like you are a bricklayer, you are an electrician, you just have something to offer when it comes to real estate sector. Are you a gardener? There's something for you in the real estate sector, because when you want to build a house, you want to develop a property, either for residential purpose or commercial purpose, there is always a particular skill that you need at different stages. Now, when you are just building, you need the service of a bricklayer and other persons who build. We are going to beautify the house, you need other persons from different sectors. Is it the lawyer? There is a place for the lawyer, and as well every other person, the surveyor, and every person that knows anything that concerns building. If you don't even have any of these skills, you can also sell this property to other persons who may want to purchase property. And if you are not going to sell, there are persons who don't have the purchasing power, but they can at least rent a property. This is one way you can also make money, by directing persons to different properties that are available. Now, we're going to be going straight into the different options that are available to you as a real estate practitioner. Let me put it that way. Now, the first one we'll be looking at today is real estate developer. Now, who is a real estate developer? A real estate developer is that person who has passion for building projects. He's good at developing property, building houses from the scratch to the very finish. He builds this property not for his own personal use, but for public use, either for commercial purposes or for mere residential use only. Now, this person goes out, source for lands, purchase the land, develop the land into different class of properties, then make it available to the public to purchase. You can either purchase it for residential use or for commercial use. Now, if you have the money, you want to start building, okay, maybe you don't feel like start having that kind of company that requires you to start selling to the public. That's, you purchase their land and you start selling to the public, because there are some persons who are also into that. Now, but for a real estate developer, his goal is to purchase a particular land, develop that land into a special property, either depending on what the person desires. He design a property and develop it. After he has done all of this, he makes it available to the public that they may purchase it. Now, there are a number of reasons why this particular business is booming today. Now, we have had a series of persons telling different stories that, okay, telling series of stories, okay, I have had this challenge where I gave money to a contractor to develop a particular property for me, but the contractor ends up either squandering the money or giving the person a very bad project, and the person is dissatisfied and feels what he has invested has gone to waste. Now, persons are getting tired of having this situation every time. So this class of persons who have had such bad experience, they prefer to go to a property that has already been developed and see if it matches their taste. And if that is the case, they go on to purchase this property. This is why real estate developers are making profit today, as we have seen. Now, there are some other persons who, like we have had series of these troubles in particularly in Benin City and some other parts of the country, where you have persons who have gone abroad. They have labored, toiled, and ensured, okay, let me have something that I can have to fall back on anytime I visit Nigeria, or if I decide to relocate back to Nigeria. I'm talking about persons who are abroad now, who send money home, either to private contractors or even their relatives, and these persons end up sending pictures which are not of the property which the person has sent them money to develop. You see situations where persons will be pumping money into a particular property project, and they end up not giving the person either nothing at all, or they give the person, let's say you have told the person, I'm developing a very big property for you, which consists of about 7 flats of 2-story building, and when the person eventually comes back, he finds that you just built him a duplex. And persons have seen, okay, I don't want to go through this stress again, let me just go to a property that has already been developed, purchase a property, and move in immediately whenever I am ready to relocate back to Nigeria or any parts of the world as well. Persons are also doing this. They just go out there, purchase a property that has already been developed. Now, who are these persons to make this property available to this class of persons who are not ready to go through the stress of building a property from the scratch? They are real estate developers. Now, we have private developers and we have corporate developers. These private developers, they are persons who just go out there, they purchase a land, they develop the property and sell to the public. They are doing it on their own. They don't have any corporate entity that has been registered in their name that is doing this business. They do this business in their personal capacity and in their own name. So when they develop this property, they sell out to other persons. Now, there is another class of persons, the corporate individual. Now, this means companies. There are persons who have registered a corporate body with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, what they do is they register their company and they operate in the name of their company. Whatever they are doing, they do in the name of the company, compared to the person who does everything in his own name. Now, before you can operate as a corporate body, you must have registered with the CAC and obtained necessary licenses from the different regulatory bodies before you can participate in this particular business, which is real estate development. Now, if you have the money, you have been thinking of different business ideas that, okay, what can I do that can bring me money? This is a very good one that you can go into. All you need to do is to get advice, consult persons who are already in the business and invest your money. Now, you may not have all the knowledge that it requires to develop a property, but when you put together a team of property developers who are experts in property development, and you have the financial power, then you can put up a good team and start developing property for public use individually. Now, we'll also be looking at another opportunity that is available to the public. You as an individual, you are wondering, is there a way that I don't have the money? Is there a way I can still profit from the real estate? Now, we have these trade skill services. Now, what are the skills that you possess? There are persons who have just one skill, and there are others who have multiple skills. You have gone out, maybe because you could not go through the 4 walls of the school, you decide, okay, let me go and learn a particular trade or skill. Then you have learned, let's say you have learned how to build as a builder, just regular one. You can also go into the real estate business. Now, you make profit each time you go out to build for persons who are already developing their own property. Now, there are persons who are the bricklayers, they have servicemen, and you have electricians. Now, if you have built a house without lights, there is nothing you can do in that property. Nobody wants to stay in darkness. Now, as an electrician, you can also work with property developers. You don't have the money to develop a property, but you have that skill that the property developer needs. This is where you come in. You go there, you meet with property developers. Okay, this is what I can bring to the table. I can help you fix all electrical appliances and all the wiring that you'll be needing in this property, and you are a professional in this regard. You don't have to go through special training like, okay, you are going through schools before you can be able to do all of this. You can acquire this skill where you have a proper setup and you are now very skilled in this particular area. Then you can offer this to property developers, either private developers or corporate property developers. Now, there are other things you can do also, apart from having this being an electrician in local parlance, or you are a bricklayer, as the case may be. There are other skills that you can also bring to bear that enables you to be a part of the real estate sector. Now, which other skill can you bring in? There are persons, their own is to remove debts, where you just, maybe there was a property in a particular land that the property developer has purchased. You can also help in packing all of these debts from that particular place. Maybe the building has been brought down. You can also help moving them out. This is a way you can profit because you have that skill. Now, some persons may have strength, they don't have the skill. Now, you need to combine your strength and your knowledge before you can excel in certain tasks. In fact, in all tasks that you are being given, you need knowledge and skill. If you have the skill, you have knowledge, you don't have the strength, that means you need to rely on the strength of other persons. But if you have the strength, you don't have the skill, you don't have the knowledge, then you also need to depend on the knowledge of other persons. This is where teamwork comes to play. So you combine your knowledge and your skill with that of other person, you see you've come out excellent and you make your own profit from this property development as well. Now, you could also be a carpenter. There is no property without a roof. So you can also profit by giving roof to every property that is being developed by the property developer who has the money to develop a property. What other job can you do? There are welders. At different stages of the property development, you need a welder or iron bearer to do different things. If you are going to build any property now, you need pillars in the property and you need persons who are going to fix those rods that you have purchased, and you need carpenters who are going to frame those rods that have been that has been mounted before you can do any complete job there. So these persons who are skilled in different arts, they come together to make that particular property beautiful. Now, you also know there are persons who are doing POP and all of that. These are different skills. There are persons who do doors. These are different skills that you can bring to bear when it comes to property development. So you don't have to say, okay, I don't have the money to develop property, then I should just stay away when it comes to project development. There is something that you can profit by giving a skill to the developer. Now, another very big business that you can do when it comes to real estate sector is landscaping and lawn care services. Now, like I told you earlier, there are different persons who often buy properties that were developed at a time. Now, maybe the structure that is on that particular plot of land that they have acquired does not fit the purpose of which they want to use it for, or they just want to remodel the property. So you need all of these services to make the place good. Let's say you have acquired a property already and you still feel, okay, there are some things, there are some touches that you should need to put there to suit your taste. Now, you need persons who are into landscaping and lawn care services to do all of this for you. You need to beautify that property which you have acquired. You need persons who render these services. Now, you are wondering, okay, since the property has been built already, you can offer this service by caring for the compound. Let's say a property has been built already, and there is a property owner who just, like, the person just acquired the property, and is one who likes flowers. He's one who likes his compound to be very clean at all times. He wants a relaxing environment, a very conducive one. Now, developing a property may not just be enough. There are certain things that different persons, individuals, want to be in their own property. Now, when you offer these lounge services, then you see that, okay, they will contact you, come and get this thing done for me. I want this particular spot in the compound to be used for this particular purpose. Now, if they want a particular flower to be in a particular spot, it means they need persons who are experts in this area. This is where you can come in as a property developer. Now, you are not the one who is developing the property in the real sense, but you are the one beautifying the property. Now, the property developer has built the structure. He has done that which is reasonably expected of a property developer. But then there are certain features which you alone, who is rendering this service, can give to that property to give it the new design. There's a design that comes with the property when it was built, but there are certain touches that needs to be put on that particular property to give it a new look that suits your taste. If you are one that likes flower, like I said earlier, the property developer may not have that particular flower that you need in that compound. So you need someone who offers this service to give you this new look. And it is only when you decide to tap into this particular area of the real estate that you can offer this service. If you are not already there, there is no way someone can contact you to offer these lounge services. So that's a very good one that you can also do. Then you have industrial cleaning. There are places like hotels. They always want their compound clean. They have staff who do regular cleaning, but there is this industrial cleaning that's, there is this overhaul cleaning. You need to overhaul the entire compound. You need persons who offer these services. You want to fumigate an estate. You need persons to offer these services. It's not just a property developer. He has developed a property. He has gone out of the property. Then you need persons who are now skilled in these areas to bring their skills to bear for you to have a very conducive environment to live in. Then let's really look at another business opportunity that you have in the real estate sector. Now we have the home repair services. Now you have built a house. There is no way the property you developed 10 years ago will still remain the same. There are some wears and tears that occurs on the property. Now you need persons who are skilled in repair of homes. It's not everyone that can just build and are also skilled in repairs. Now it requires certain care. It's different when you are building where everything goes up at the same time, and when you are doing the beautification, everything goes up at the same time. But where it requires you to use special care to maintain a particular part of the property in order to maintain the beauty, you need persons who are who render these home repair services. Now, maybe you have built your house already. There was this strong wind, some natural disasters occurred, and you have to get persons to fix certain parts of your building. Then you need these home repair services. You have, let's say, your washroom, for instance, the sink has gone bad, and it's no longer flushing as it ought to be. You need persons who are in this area. You need plumbers to get this thing fixed. They are also effective when you are developing property. They render special skills as well. But then when you are going to fix some parts of the property that has been damaged, you also need persons who offer these home repair services. Now, you may be wondering, is it just not to go out there and get persons to fix it? No, you need to have a proper setup. You can set up a company that offers these home repair services only. You don't need to be a property developer. You don't need to offer any other services. Just offer home repair services. There are persons who are constantly looking for persons who will fix certain things. They go online looking for persons who can do it. But when you have a company that is set up, that is offering this service wherever you are, once they put in this question, who does home repair services, then your name pops up at first whenever they are doing this search. Then you will see that you'll be the first to be contacted because you have tapped into this particular industry within the real estate sector. Then you make more profit. Even when others come to join you later, you have already been known and you'll be a consultant because you are like a pioneer in this area. Very few companies or individuals have tapped into this business opportunity in the real estate sector. Now, because you have, if you decide to set up a company, it means person sees you as a professional, not just persons who do things roadside. Because when they see that, okay, this is a corporate setup, persons tend to give you more respect. And if you want to make more profit from it, when you are giving them your bill, they tend to agree with you easily because they are seeing the corporate setup that you have put in place. That gives you an advantage compared to someone who just renders a service individually. So let's briefly look at another very business opportunity, that a very good business opportunity that you can also tap into. Now, you have this moving company. There are persons who are doing this on an individual capacity. They are doing it at individual level. Now, you can tap into this moving company business. Now, what is moving business? There are persons who are relocating every day. Now, people are moving from one property to the other every day. People are relocating from one property, from one state, from one location to another every day for different reasons. Now, there are persons who have acquired new property. They want to move out from the old one they were to a new one. And there are persons who have rented a new apartment. They are moving out from the property they had occupied before now into a new one. They do not want to undergo the stress of moving their property themselves. Now, this is where you come in. As a moving company, you render this service. You put your details online there, or you make advert depending on how you want to get clients or customers to patronize you. Now, persons are not ready to go to the stress of trying to move their property because it could be very tedious for some persons. Maybe due to some circumstances, they may not be available to move their property. Now, if they know that there is someone out there or there's a company out there that they can contact and they will have their property moved from one place to the other, then they can always reach out to you and have that relaxed mind. Now, some persons are skeptical in contacting individuals to come and move their property from one place to the other because they are afraid that certain items may be missing at the end of the day, or because they do not know these persons, they don't know how they can trust the person with their property. Now, if you have a corporate setup where persons come in, they know, okay, there is a company that can hold responsible if anything goes wrong. Now they tend to patronize you more and more, and they get to refer persons to you as well because they know there are friends who are also going to move their property and they have tested and trusted that, okay, this person can do this for me. They can tend to recommend you to other persons as well. So don't say, okay, there are persons who are already moving properties already on individual scale. Make it a corporate body. Now, if you have been doing it at individual level, you can also go a step further and make it a corporate entity where you get to make other persons either partners, or you employ other persons who will join you in the business. Now, when you expand, you see that you get more clients, more customers patronizing you, and you get to make more profit from this real estate sector. Now, there is this other one that we'll quickly look at because of time. Now, there is this real estate inspection that you can also venture into. Now, what you need to know is that not everyone has the opportunity of going to inspect properties themselves. And there are some others, either due to non-availability, or there is this thing that is preventing them from going out there to inspect properties themselves. They now need persons who are professionals. They need persons who have experience in this inspection, and they need persons, not just a person, but someone who has ideas when it comes to real estate transactions, real estate sector, anything that concerns property. Now they give you their specification. They tell you, okay, this is what we want to do. This is what we want, the kind of property I want. Once they have given you what they want, and there are other persons, let's say someone tells you, I want to purchase a property, but I do not have the opportunity to go and check out this property. Now, he has told you what his challenge is. He does not have the chance to go out there. Now, it is not left for you to go out there and do it on his behalf, and you get paid for doing this. This is real estate inspection. This is what real estate inspection is all about. In some other clients, you see that before you purchase any property, it is required that you hire professionals to inspect this property. Now, these professionals, they are surveyors, they are lawyers, and other persons who are experienced in property transactions. Now, there are different things these surveyors are going to look out for, and there are also other persons also who are going to check different things when it comes to this property that you want to get. Now, you need to set up a corporate body to be doing this for you. Now, persons may be finding it difficult to get other persons who are also individuals to get this inspection done for them, because there's this probability that they believe that the person may compromise. But if it's a corporate entity, they tend to give you that respect, because they see credibility in what you are doing, because it's a corporate body that is known to all regulatory agencies. Now, you can set up this real estate inspection company, that what you just do when you are purchasing the property, you go out there, you meet with persons who can inspect the property to see if it's suitable for what you want to use it for. And once it's found to be suitable, you can go ahead and purchase the property as the purchaser. And as an inspector, then you also make your own profit, because you get paid for the inspection service you render. This is how far we can go today because of time. Next week, we are going to continue with the different business opportunities that are available in the real estate sector. Follow us on all our social media platforms for you to get live updates as we are dishing it out. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on LinkedIn, follow us on Instagram. We are always there to give you the very best when it comes to property matters. Any issue that relates with property, we are there to give you. My name is Destiny Unuate Ijebo. Thank you again for joining us. Bye for now.